And the fact that I had, hello everyone, the fact that I had the tires was not, was not good, but I'm pretty sure it was just pushing too hard, you know.
Yeah. Well, you've
I,
definitely been working hard, and
yeah,
like you've
yeah.
forgotten that you're not 40.
Uh, I'm not sure if I forgot that I wasn't 20.
Well, I started to say that, and then I decided to be a little conservative.
Yeah. At 40, I could still, probably. No, let me think. Well, at 40, I was taking care of kids that I had to hold down. So,
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Barbara.
We're glad you're here,
Anyways,
Barbara. Let's make new books, she says.
yeah,
Yay.
let's make
Hey,
new books.
Brittany.
There's Brittany. Hello, Brittany. Um, guys, I have gotten what do you call that? Emails from y'all from Brittany for the postcard swap. I just have not answered everybody. So just so everybody knows, I have gotten information. I just haven't had a chance to deal with that.
She's been very busy.
I've been very, very busy. Yes, very, very busy. And just, I'm going to reiterate it. Hi, Sharon. I just found out that somebody's apparently cloned my account and sending out friend requests on Facebook. So please, if you get a friend request from me, I just changed my, what do you call it, profile picture. And a friend told me that the profile picture was not even there on the friend request one. So if you could do me a favor and report it, um, so that they know. Uh, I don't know why people think that that's fun to do. I really
I
don't.
don't either, but I deleted it before I knew I could have helped by reporting it. So I'm
Well, and I
sorry
didn't
about
think
that.
about it when I told you to delete it. So, anyways, if y'all didn't know, we're going to make a cookbook themed journal. So that is our plan. Um, that's the plan. So,
Well, I'm starting by taking all of these pieces out and putting all of the flimsier pages aside.
hi Becky.
That's the first
Hi
step.
Jen.
And I really honestly don't know what I'll do next.
Well, I haven't decided yet. I know that I'm probably going to gather some pages. I know I'm going to cover this book. So,
Yeah.
um, eventually. And I really like these pages in here. I think they're cute.
Are those the envelope pages?
No, these are the pages that came out of this Ethan cooking book.
Oh, uh-huh.
So, I'm probably going to use these dividers because they're just so cute. And then I'm going to get out my envelopes.
Well, I've got
I
I
got lots
found
of
my
paper
other set
of
of
those.
these, and you can tell there's a big difference. Plus, all of these, whoops, except that one, of course, have pictures on the back, and these don't. They have I can't show you. So there's definitely a difference in the age. Um, but anyway, I'm gonna just, and there's 20 of in each one, so they kept that. And I'm just gonna stick them right here on top of each other so they will continue to be um the tabs will.
Continue to get worn out. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh no, the holes are in the same places, but as you can tell, the older ones are just a little bit bigger.
that's all right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It just makes me wonder if I shouldn't interlace them instead.
Oh, I don't know. It's hard telling. I also have this is paper that I punched ages ago. It's not the same. It was punched for a different book, and it's just paper.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Sharon.
It's not anything fancy paper, but because of its age and whatnot, I thought I would just, rather than punching up other, look at this. Look at the A. So I'm
It's
just
got a
going to use,
suntan on the edge.
I'm going to use that. Oh, there's some cool papers. Okay.
Yeah.
They are actually still attached to something right there. It was apparently some kind of a paper pad. Who knows? So, and those will be cool in there. So,
is that a pocket or? That...
It is a pocket, but it's a pocket I made, and that might be cool.
I think it'd be cool.
It'd go color. Now, what it is it's just a minute. Let me see. How do I do that? There we go. It's just a bigger piece of paper, folded up, and then folded in half. So,
yeah,
I would say
this is construction.
This is construction paper. It's just old construction paper. So, cute picture on the cover. Would be hard for her to cover it up. Well, you know. I'm sorry, guys, about my phone pinging. It's all to do with the hi, Andrea. It's all to do with Facebook. I'm sorry.
Hi, Andrea.
If anybody gets a Facebook request from me for a friend request, please report that it's not me. I haven't friended anybody today at all.
I think I am going to intermingle these.
If I missed anybody coming in, hello. I'm really glad you're here. The other thing is there's some plain kind of cardstocky pages in here that I'm going to take out and use.
Oh, look, this one's got roses and shrubs. And oh, these are from a gardening book.
Ooh, okay.
Not from a cooking book. That's okay. It works. It all goes together.
They all go together. That's okay, Andrea. Don't worry about it. I'm just glad you're here. Hi, Julie. Now these pockets are going to, envelopey things are going to need to be mended. That's something I will address in a minute. And I don't know how many of them I'm going to use, so I'm just going to pull out like 4 of them. Because I can always get some more of them out there later.
That's true. Excuse me.
It got you, didn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll... This is like, I now have 40 of these.
That's a lot.
So that's 80 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'll use them all or not, but
hi, Kathy.
Anyway.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna pull out of there. Okay, so we have some cardstocky stuff. We have some envelopes. We have some paper. We have a cool pocket that's already made. It's kind of the same color. I don't like these blue papers, but they might go elsewhere. For some reason, I don't like them.
They were good till you tried to put them in there, huh?
Yeah, they just don't you know, they just don't go. And I can find some more of this too. So I got different stuffs there. Those, of course, are going to have to be inked. I love this. It says, this little pig went to market, because it's got this, oh, what do we call those? Hi, Journey. Hello.
Hi,
Plumbers are
Journey. Hi,
here
Julie.
cutting and removing old drain pipes, and I'm trying to watch. Oh, uh-oh. That's not good, Becky. What do we call these things?
Hey, Becky.
Oh, you know, they're not fairy tale. Okay, can't remember.
Cartoons?
No, this will pick patty cake baker's man. Make me
Oh,
cake. This will put you into market. You know what I'm talking about now.
yeah, little
But
kids'
again,
poems, but that's not the
poems.
word.
Yes, that's not the word. Yes, they're dividers. Hi, Teresa. They're dividers, but they're the little poems on them are
Nursery rhymes.
nursery rhymes. Thank
Thank you, Brittany.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. Barbara. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have made one decision, so I think I may go ahead and do that, since it's the only
Okay.
thing I know for sure I'm going to do. And
Okay.
that is, this looks too new.
Uh-huh. Yep.
And if I'm going to put some pictures and things on it, then it needs to not look so new.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to decide, am I going to, oh, let's
Uh-oh.
just see how how much we can mess things up. Do I want to keep the words, or do I just want to cover the whole thing up and make it a whole new cookbook? Because I'm going to cover it up. Um, I'm going to do, like some Mod Podge with some ink in it or something to make it look older.
Mm-hmm.
Um, whether I cover this up or not, I could just make it look older and leave it alone, not
Well,
add anything to it.
if you do that and you decide you don't like it, then you can always cover it up.
That is true. That is true. Okay, we're going to start with that. And I think I'm going to start by sanding it a little bit.
I'm gonna have to sand mine to make anything stick to it. I know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
because this is pretty slicky. And that'll distress it as well. So, Kathy loves the red and white cover. Well, I do too, but it just looks so new compared to my style and what I'm wanting to do inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to try to age it. I'm going to leave it this, but I'm going to try to age it. At least that's the plan for right now. Okay, I need to put something inside it to hold this up.
Yeah, and I agree, Barbara. That's, Jen, I understand when you can't. My space is just a mess. So I got to put whole reinforcement thingies on these envelopes, especially. So there's no way I'm going to use these white ones. So we have to kind of see what we can do to make them. I could punch out my own, which might be better. I'm not sure.
Okay, now I need to put some parchment paper or something behind this, and I painted myself into a corner, putting all my stuff around me so I could get to it.
Okay. And these are really thin, so I think on these envelopes especially, I am going to do a double stacky thing.
A double stacky?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna punch some of my own hole reinforcers, because see, these are torn completely through.
Oh, yeah.
So if I put a cardboard one there, and then put one of these over the top, which I just inked them to make them look old. Then I will be a little safer with what's going on with my it'll just be I'll just be more sure that they're solid. And
well, I found foil.
well,
It's not really
that'll
what I
work.
want to use, but
I would be tempted to glue beige tissue paper over it.
oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Uh-huh.
I will think about that. I still got to find my parchment paper. No matter
Okay.
what I do. Here it is.
We all know how to make our own little hole reinforcers, right?
Why don't you show us again? Because somebody might not have seen that.
Okay. Well, we're going to make us bigger. Here we go. So you can see me. Okay. First, I have to be able to see me. And you just put a bunch of little holes in here with a 1/4 inch hole punch. Just a little regular 1/4 inch hole punch. Then, okay, where are you? You take the 1/2 inch hole punch, or this one might be 5/8, I don't remember, but it's a bigger round one, and you punch this out. But because I want them aged, we best age this piece of cardstock first, because it'll be easier than trying to age a bunch of little tiny ones. So then you just take your bigger hole punch. Always punch the little holes first, guys. Just guarantee that if you don't, you're going to be sorry. And this cardstock is nice and heavy. Okay, so now I have my own little hole reinforcers. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
I think this is a great idea, except I don't want to mess up the inside of the book. And so I would have to be very neat and careful on the edge. Of course, I'm going to distress the edges anyway.
Well, it might just be more difficult than to sand it and ink it.
Yeah, I'm thinking it would be, because I would want it to be smooth enough you could see the words and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not very good at smooth with tissue paper. So I think I'm going to try the inking and stuff first, the sanding and inking. And then, oh, I've got
your fancy new little
fancy
kind of
new
sandpaper.
Yeah. And I've only used once before.
Well, apparently it is it's good forever. So okay, see, now I'm going to put those on that side, and I'm going to flip it over and put another set on the back. That way I really have it enforced, because these are, you know, actually old and ephemera, not, you know, made ephemera. They're real. Uh-oh. Flip.
Sanding my parchment paper too.
Hi, Kathy. Except that I didn't make enough little doodads, so
Uh-oh.
I have to make a bunch of these doodads, which is fine.
Okay, I'm liking that.
Well, and it will take the ink so much nicer when you. All right, I know this thing comes off. Come on. Of course not. Of course it won't come off. You know, it probably hasn't been on there, but there we go. A little
Hi,
while.
Malia.
And all this...
Glad you're here.
Hi, Malia.
You only have 4 of them? Yeah. Well, I have this one and the decorating book and the garden book and the sewing book. This style binder. I mean, of the Betty Crocker book. Better Homes and Gardens books, I mean. Not Betty Crocker.
Wow.
Betty Crocker makes books too, but this one's Homes and these are all Better Homes and Gardens.
You must have found lucked into a stash.
Actually, I got them all at different times at the thrift store. So
of course,
that works marvelous. Thank you.
I'm just glad Jeffrey showed it to me when he got one.
Yeah, me too.
Because Mindy sent you that, didn't she? I was going to say, didn't Mindy send you that?
I think so.
Uh-huh. Because Jeff only gave me, you know, enough for me. Hi, Ann. Uh-huh. So.
Look at this.
Oh, that's for sanding dust. Uh-huh.
Yep. When you sand something red.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hi, Ann. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a minute. And then I've got to decide, am I going to use Distress inks or spray inks or archival inks?
Well, it's a cover and it's plastic, and I would highly recommend something permanent.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. I either have to do that or I have to go over it with Mod Podge.
Yeah, one of the two.
And going over it with Mod Podge, if it's not permanent, will change the look.
That's right. Yay! Becky's pipe is out. Okay.
Barbara says archival ink or alcohol ink.
Well, an archival will be easier to work with simply because it might take a few minutes to dry, but at least it won't
reactivate.
Yeah, well, but more importantly,
the alcohol ink will if
it gets something else on it. So
yeah, I think that we have to go with archival.
Yeah. Okay,
I think so.
Okay, I don't like these.
What is it you don't like about them?
There's, even though I put archival ink on it, it's coming off.
Are they the shiny ones?
Yep.
Because they don't hold the ink like the matte ones do.
Yeah, let me go see what I've got in my drawer because I think I had some others. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Okay, we're going to start with just sepia and see how it goes. Hi, Teresa. I did sand it just a minute ago. I don't think you were here when I did that, but I just did that. I sanded it with this mesh stuff. This sepia is kind of it looks pinkish on here, so I may get, after I do some of this, I may go back with something browner around the edges. But I'm going to go ahead and give it all a coating of this first. Oh, goodness, Journey. That's a long time when you need air conditioning.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and right now it's not like it is at Lisa's house.
Yeah. It's nice at my house. It's 59 degrees, so it's warming up, but
okay, so I don't like the white ones at all. Not a big deal. But I have some this, and we're going to try again. See what happens. See if I can make myself happy.
When I was growing up, Journey, we had a swamp cooler. Do you know what a swamp cooler is? If you grew up in Florida, you probably don't, because swamp coolers didn't work there.
I know what they are. Yeah,
well, you grew up in Michigan, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Michigan, and we didn't have them in there either because it didn't work well. But we lived in Texas long enough to, Brandon was born in Austin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Of course, it's a lot more humid in Austin than it is here, but
yeah,
it's gotten just humid enough here that swamp coolers don't work as well as they did when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And it's weird because, well, they might now. The last few years they might, because it's we're in a drought. But in my adult life, they've gotten to where nobody hardly ever used them anymore. If you used, even even if you had a window unit, it was refrigerated air. It wasn't a swamp cooler.
Yeah.
In recent years, but
got these a little close together.
But I remember we had the swamp cooler was in the kitchen, the dining room window, and our house was built where here's the dining room, here's the kitchen, and then there's a hall over here, and the bedrooms were over here. And then when you come here, there was another bedroom and the living room down here. So we had that swamp cooler in the kitchen and tried to push it through with a fan in the hallway through the rest of the house. We spent a lot of time at the dining room table when I grew up because it was right in front of it.
And my dad had a house built in Michigan when I was in grade school. Okay, big house in Rochester, and did not put central air in it. I mean, it was like everybody was like, you did what? And it was a problem when he went to sell the house, because by then, everybody had central air. We had central heat, but we didn't have central air. And
well, the house that I'm living in right now, until I think it was a year before my grandfather passed away, and he passed away in February before Darren and I got married in August. So it was 26 years ago this house finally got a central heating and air conditioning system. All it had was swamp coolers or refrigerated units, depending on the time of years.
Yeah.
And a boiler type furnace.
Furnace. Mm-hmm.
But they took that out and put in central heat and air, and I'm very grateful since I live here now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like this
I
color
cannot
better.
find my inks, my little deal of inks.
Uh-oh.
I know. I mean, I can't figure out where they would be because I always put them where they're supposed to be, but they're not there. Oh, what? Why would they not be there? I got this because it was these are colors I love and use,
Mm-hmm.
and it was clearance, so I went ahead and bought them. And there's a
Yeah, because
coffee in here, so I guess I'll use that since I can't find my.
some of my black one and my coffee one, they're getting very hi Joyce and anybody else who hi Janet.
Hi Joyce. Hi Janet.
The edges of it are really getting worn.
Yeah.
So uh yeah, I like the brown ones better. I'll just put brown ones on them all.
Huh.
So
That's really weird. Could Hannah have borrowed them? I'm not trying to blame them on her, but I don't know where else I would have put them.
well, you know that it's probably right in front of you. You know that, right?
I know, and I'm looking all around me. The only other
Okay.
thing I can think of is if I put them in a project box because I was
Uh-huh.
using them.
Yep.
But
Yeah. I
uh,
want to mention
I don't
again,
normally.
now that there's more people here, that someone has apparently decided to clone my Facebook account. So if you get a friend request from me, it's not me because I didn't friend request anybody at all today. Just so y'all know.
Okay. All right. I'll just open this up. I
Well,
didn't
you've
want to
had
have to
them.
do that, but
You
I
got
will.
them. You might as well use them.
Might as well. I just wanted to leave them in here, sealed up as long as I could.
Yeah. Well, seal
But
them up
I'm just going to
in a
take that one
plastic
out and leave the other ones in there.
plastic
Not that it probably
baggie.
makes
Yeah.
any difference. But
There we go.
hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol. And everybody else who's come in. Welcome, welcome. Um, I'm mending these because I really want to use them. I really think they're cool. But I am going to have to do some mending to them because the places where they're bent. This side is okay, but like this one is torn right there. And I already have sort of a plan for that because we like to have washi tape. So I'm going to washi tape them, and then I can do washi tape on other stuff too. And I picked this kind of washi tape because it's wide enough to roll around the edge. But, we have to glue washi tape down because the bloody stuff doesn't stick. Want to make a book? Well, it's going to be kind of like that. This is a themed journal is what we're calling it. So it's going to have writing space. And pockets.
Anything we decide to put in it.
That's right. You might have extra pockets because, I like pockets.
And you like filling up pockets.
I love to fill up pockets. I had a dream like last night that I was getting ready for work and couldn't find my work shoes, put on different shoes, the wrong color, and then she couldn't find her car.
Oh, goodness.
Thank
Sounds
you,
like you're under
Janet.
some stress.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah,
we
Joyce,
have,
just get started. Play along with us.
I was going to say, come play with us. We're, don't really want to put that all the way across there. Because, you know. Let's,
I want this to look like Grandma used it for, for all those years. And not like I just got it. Even though it's from 69, it still was looking too new.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, and I want this to look like it's mended, but not, completely just mended. I don't, oh, I know what I need to do.
What?
Oh, I need some Scotch tape.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
To make, some old-timey Scotch tape. Some.
Okay.
Kathy, oh, yes. Kathy, please don't, if you get a friend request from me, guys, please report it. If you can, because you can report it and say that it's not me.
Barbara,
Okay,
Rin, we're glad you're here. I just now saw your question. What'd you do with the cookbook inside? Here it is. This is what it was inside, except for the all of the dividers. All of the dividers are still in there. Plus, I added the dividers from a gardening book, and so the dividers are still in there, and that's what I'm going to make my book on, is those dividers.
And I have picked up different books at thrift stores and estate sales, and then I took these envelopes out of my own personal, very sad looking recipe book, which I don't use anymore.
And I got mine at thrift stores too. In fact, pretty much everything I'm going to use here, I either got at a garage sale, estate sale, or thrift store.
Mm-hmm.
Except, where did I put that? Except this. The stuff in here, this was my personal file box, recipe file box that I have not opened this and used it in over 10 years. And I forgot I even had it until I saw it when I was moving some cookbooks. And I saw it. I was like, oh, I bet there's something in there I could use. And I filled it up and I was like, good grief, I don't remember there being that much stuff in there. And I didn't remember that I had written all these recipes down on cards, but I did. So there's so that
Janet, thank you.
Didn't come from a thrift store, but
thank you, Janet, very much for posting, for just posting. Thank you.
yes.
Especially that part. But okay, so what I did was I just inked this tape, and it just makes it kind of look older.
Doesn't dry very good by itself.
What? Oh,
Tanya, you're frozen.
yeah?
Are you back? Okay, you're back. Never mind.
Okay, I was frozen. Okay. It just makes it look like I've used old tape to mend it, which is what I want it to look like. Like I mended it, because you know, and I don't trust tape, so I'm just going to glue it just a little bit, always. Oh yeah, I like that. Now we need a little piece of this tape. Barbara, you should see the one I have that's similar book. I'll get it in just a minute. Now I got it at a estate sale, so okay. There, that one's ready. I like that. That came out good.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
I think it needs a
I think this
maybe.
is all I'm going to do to the cover. Just make it look old, and that's it.
I have no idea why, but you're out of focus completely. There we go. It's coming back.
Okay. Frustrating, because I even went in and remembered to do the on-off focus thing before we started.
Well, I wonder if it's your connection again.
Well, it might be. I did lose connection for just a minute, and I noticed my Ethernet was loose, and so I plugged it back in. So it may have just been, you know, the lag behind when I did that.
Okay, I was going to show Barbara this one.
Is it better now, Teresa?
It's better, but it's still blurry. I'll let you fix it while I show Barbara this. This, I got it in an estate sale. Look at the sad state of affairs this one's in. But it has some really cool stuff in it. So it's Lisa's. It's the same book as Lisa's, just an older version. So yes, Jen, it is an envelope. It was in. They were in this recipe book, and they are darn near as old as me. So, you know, pretty old.
Is it better now?
It's still out of focus.
Because it looks good to me. I can't tell.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to do. I've got the Ethernet is on.
I don't know.
I went in and turned off the focus and turned on autofocus and then turned it back off.
Well, and okay, I'm on StreamYard, so I can't tell what it looks like to everybody else.
Well, let me go in and just look myself.
Okay.
No, it's definitely yucky. See how big a lag there is.
Thanks, Teresa. I need to fix that spot just a little bit better, so I'm just gonna put a piece of this tape in there.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave StreamYard and come back in.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Okay, we're just going to wrap that around there because, you know, that's how we would fix it. There, like so. So now that one is all finished and ready for our book. We got to fix a few more because, you know, they're pretty sad. So let's get some more tape. I don't use. I'm like Lisa. I almost never use a recipe. I have a recipe that when it comes down to how hot the oven has to be, I have to open the rest. I have to open my little can and pull that recipe out just to know how hot. I mean, I make the whole thing and then I need to know, oh, how hot was the oven supposed to be? And that's when I have to get out the recipe card because until then I'm good. Now this is just regular what do you call that kind of Scotch tape? There's Lisa. Just a minute. I forgot that I forgot to let her back, guys. I'm just like terrible. Yep. It's fixed.
Okay. Okay, that's better. Very
Anyways,
frustrating.
yes, it's very frustrating. This is just it's Scotch magic tape. I use a lot of this tape when I'm packing beads, so I buy it at Sam's, and so it's not super sticky, so you glue it just like you glue other things, but it's also not real shiny. The shiny kind might be more fun, but this works.
Becky, my grandma did the same thing. I think my mother too, actually.
Universal set $3.50. Teresa says it's much gooder.
Much gooder. I'm glad because it was not good. There was no goodness.
Yeah.
And I'm getting tired of that. When I stream on Monday nights, I don't have any trouble. I think so many people are working from home now that
yeah, during the day.
It used to be the evenings were the heaviest time, and now it's the days.
Yep.
Hi, Dana. Okay, I feel like I need to do a little bit something else more to it, but I'm not sure what. Maybe some splatters or something.
Ooh, but if you splatter, you probably ought to splatter with something dark so that it, you know. Yeah. Hi, Dana.
I'm thinking maybe some walnut ink.
Yeah.
Because I think that's pretty permanent. Let's see if it says. Okay.
Let's see here.
I don't know how to know without just using it, so. I may splatter it with some gold too, just for kicks.
Ooh. Yep. That will be fun. Okay, I need some of this kind.
I think I'm going to do that while this is still liquidy, so that maybe they'll mix if. If I get them both on there at the same time. Let me find some gold. That's very, very shiny. I want something more antique-y.
Okay, come on, fold. Oh, that's not what I want you to do. You need to fold right along the edge. There we go.
Well, I can't find my antique gold. All I can find is splendid gold.
Mexican chocolate cake. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Like sitting a coffee cup down on it. Yeah, that would probably be a okay. I have.
It would be a good idea if I had something. Okay. Okay, this is not what I really wanted to use, but I can't find.
That's looking good, though. It's going to take a while to dry.
Yeah, I'll try the heat gun in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Here's antique gold. Let's use that. It's not that antique, but it's a little antiqueier than the other one.
Okay. Let's see here. That's looking good. Jen says maybe some cute food stickers or picture of an awesome, good tasting recipe. Okay.
That's a good idea. Thanks for the recipe. Oh, I can't. Let me go in.
Yeah, you can't click on it from there.
Nope, but I could because I have YouTube open too.
Ah, okay, so. Good.
I just went over there.
There you go. There you go.
I should save that for something else. I don't know what I would use it for, but just in case. Oh, but I don't want to go find my. Okay, here we go. Okay. Nope, we're just going to use this because it's here. I'm not in the mood to go hunting down something to use.
All right, we best reinforce that, even though.
Or a handwritten recipe that's all stained up, Becky says. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe a collage of handwritten recipes on the back.
I will think about it while this is all drying and stuff.
Like they got laid down there.
Oh, yeah. Well, they just look like I threw them down on top of the book.
On top of the book. You could put something like that on the front cover, too, if you decide you want to sort of cover up the words.
That's true. That's a good idea.
When you make up your mind what you're going to do.
Yeah. When I get to that place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so. Now, not all of the spaces that I'm reinforcing need reinforcing, because I'm just kind of, making it up as I go. I'm just kind of making it look like it belongs there. Ouch. I didn't quite get that one.
If I do that, I'll have to come back and re-speckle it, probably, but.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, this was not a good idea. It just rolled up on me.
Woo! Okay.
Oh, got gold paint everywhere.
Uh-oh, okay, not good, huh? Okay.
No, that's not good. We're going to get it out of the way so I don't make a complete mess out of it. Okay. Now then, I'm going to mute and dry
it. Okay. Okay. Yep. So they're mended, but they're not, but they look like they belong that way. So, okay, we need some more of this kind of tape. Yeah, Becky, you know, we don't have time to do it all. That's the problem. If we had time to do it all, that would be really nice. I'm just using coffee, by the way. Just the coffee ink is what I'm using. And I just want some of it to be a little darker. Okay. Well, Teresa, I have to tell you, Lisa told me that it was 56 or 59 there at her house this morning. Okay. This afternoon, it's 90 something here. So it's just like going outside and working. The only time I can even think about doing it is early in the morning. If I don't get up and get outside before 7 o'clock, I can't do any of it. So I'm just making hole reinforcers. I didn't like the white ones that I found. I tried to what do I want to call
And this
it?
is not drying at all. I mean, there are a few places. Nope. Yeah, that are
Well,
drying.
you know what? You might want to just set it aside and see if you can't do something else.
That's exactly what I need to do, but I stupidly left all my pages in the book.
Oh, well, now you get to stand it up on its end. Just stand it up like this
And let
open
everything
it.
drip.
Yeah, but stand it right side up so that it drips down.
Okay. That's not really dripping much, so I think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm just going to find a place where I can stand it up once I
Then
get the
set
pages
it
out.
afterwards.
Okay. Okay. I don't know whether to stand it up and let it drip if it's going to, or lay it down.
Well, I think lay it down will be fine.
I think so too. And that'll be easier because I won't end up knocking it over. Because you know my floor space is limited.
Yeah.
Sorry, got gold all over that. Okay. So now, see, that was all I had in my head. So now I got to try to figure out
So
something else
now
to
you
do.
don't know what to do.
I
Uh-oh.
only have 80 pages. I have no idea what I'm going to do on them. So I guess I just need to start.
Uh-huh.
I just need to start.
Are you going to have spaces on those to write on?
I don't know. Some of them I'm going to put some of these recipe cards on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on at the very top as like laying across it or something, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um Maybe what I need to do is decide which recipe I'm going to use and then go from there.
Yeah, there you go. And what, yeah, then you can decide what you're going to do with it.
Oh, there's my Aunt Janine's lasagna casserole. She's passed away. That would be a good one to use. I'm just going to pull some out. That's what I'm going to do
Okay.
first. This is Mom's chili hominy bake. I didn't use that much. Green bean casserole, use that every year.
Thank
Hodgepodge
you,
soup,
Janet.
that's a memory.
Okay, so first things first, we got to put the hole reinforcers on this thing.
Okay.
It would help if we put it close to the... Okay.
I'm looking for ones that I used to use all the time or that have, you know, family memories.
Mm-hmm.
There's another green bean casserole. This one's completely different. This one has chicken in it.
I didn't know that there was any other but one kind of green bean casserole. How about
Well,
that?
this one has chicken in it and green beans, cream of mushroom soup. So it's a you know, meal in a bowl thing. I don't know that I ever made that. Tuna noodle casserole. I don't know. I think some of these were things that recipes I was getting from friends back when Darren and I got married, and I was like, oh, I gotta have some more recipes, you know.
No, I got to cook, you mean? I
Yeah.
got to cook. Oh,
I mean, I cooked anyway, but kind of like I'm doing now. I just cooked what I cooked, you know.
Well, I guess Jeff just figured that he was stuck with me. Whatever I
Whatever
said,
you
he was
cooked.
gonna eat. He used to be like Mikey, you know, and he would eat anything, but now he's gotten very particular. Uh-huh. I don't like cauliflower. I'm like, oh, tough. I do like cauliflower. You know, I'm teasing. I don't make him eat stuff he really hates. I don't. Mm-hmm.
You can't let the men get control. They'll never like what you're making.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you know, even if he doesn't like it, he eats it. He might not eat it a second or a third time, but Jeff is also very good about eating leftovers. I have one uncle who will not eat a leftover. You can fix ham for Christmas dinner, and the man will not eat the leftovers. And if you ask me, that is just plain out ridiculous.
I only ever fixed one thing that Darren asked me to not make him eat. Please don't ask me to eat that, he said. And other than that, he ate anything I cooked. And that was okra gumbo.
Oh, I don't blame him. I would have asked you the same thing. Please don't make me eat that.
I never made him eat it. Never made him eat it. Cranberry bread, yum. That's one of my favorites.
Potato pancakes are another thing that, well, there's quite a few things that I don't like, but you know, there are a few things that just because I don't like them doesn't mean I absolutely will not eat them. But there are a few.
Pickled okra. I need to get that out and use it.
Pot pie. Oh, I like pot pie. I make chicken pot pie Haven't made it in a while. That sounds like a good thing. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi,
Welcome,
Barbara.
welcome.
Chicken pot pie.
Hi, Barbara. Well, because she only made things he would eat. Well, um, I'll tell you a story. Jeff has a cousin who they'd been married for years and years and years. Their girls were grown, you know. When he told her one day she was going to do something, and he said, "Could you please not make me toast?" And she said, "Why?" And he said, "Well, I don't like toast." She'd been making him toast for breakfast every single morning of their married life, but he didn't like toast. I was like, okay, but he ate it. She said he ate it every day, and then Now I don't like toast. I don't like sandwiches that are toasted. So
That sounds like my mom and dad, because her mom always made toast for her day. I mean, it was eggs and bacon and toast every morning.
yep.
And so that's what my mom made for my dad, and he was like, I'd really be okay with just a piece of toast with and or something different. I don't even have to have breakfast every morning. She was like, "You don't?" He goes, "No, I never ate breakfast before we got married." Uh, Maybe that's where I got my tendency to not care about eating breakfast from him.
Well, and see, I have to have real food for breakfast. Jeff can eat junk for breakfast. I cannot have donuts. Are just like that's just not breakfast, if you ask me. But now I can eat pie for breakfast. Pie is really good for breakfast.
This recipe is my mom's recipe in her handwriting from a place that she worked before I was born.
Ooh, how cool!
I know. I
Peanut
didn't even know I had
butter.
that.
Well, bonus meals. Yeah, I cook big meals, and like tonight. Okay, today was whatever leftover you eat for lunch, you eat the other one for dinner day. So there's like two big meals in the refrigerator. And so, oh no, you're not going to believe what I just did.
What did you do?
I bent my pen.
Oh no. Do you have an extra?
Nope. I had to buy this one on my trip a year ago because the top of my pen, the top came off. Oh no, 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 no. That's not a good thing.
Well, I could send you one. I bought them off of Amazon, so I have a bunch. But by the time it got there, you probably have another one already.
Yeah, I'm sure if I go find something, oh, I bent it good too. Pacola's been having a terrible time. She bought some off Amazon and they are rusting.
Well, mine haven't. The ones I got, they're Dritz brand.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I've got to go see if
Okay.
I've got. Let's see if a Bernina pin is thick enough to plug up that hole. Oh, that was just dumb. Okay, let's see here. I need a good Bernina pin. That's probably not thick enough. Yeah, it's awful tiny. It'll work if I have to use it. Let me see here. They're all just so thin.
I need to write down who I got these recipes from. I'm amazed at how many of them I can remember who gave it, whose recipe it is, but I don't have it written on there.
Yeah, those pins are just really thin. That figures. Because they're my sewing pins, so they're supposed to be thin. Okay, let's see what happens. If I can start. Tanya, you better use your silicone pliers, dear. Yeah, I got out pliers, but whether or not the dent in the pin will. I was just thinking about pliers, Teresa, when I looked up and saw your. Yeah, well, Pacola had ordered stainless steel pins. There we go. I think it'll go back in. It's got a bump on it, but it'll straighten itself out eventually. Because these other pins are way too thin. They're Bernina's. Well, most of them. This one's not, but they're stainless steel sewing pins. Yep. Yeah, those wouldn't rust, but she ordered stainless steel pins, and they are rusting. And I'm going to tell you something else. These are supposed to be stainless steel pins. Okay, do you understand what this thing is? It's a magnet. Stainless steel is not magnetic. And this pin right here that came from Art Glitter Glue, okay, because it came with my little cap, that's a magnet. So they're not stainless steel all the way through. They have to be covered.
Yeah.
So they must have a core, because otherwise they wouldn't be magnetic. So I got it, Teresa. It's gonna be okay. It's got a dent in it, and that's all right because it'll clean the tip out better. The whole point was put the pin back in between things. I was. Okay, do I like this one enough? Is this one done? Okay. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I got 3 out of the 4 I wanted to do done. Okay. All right, here's the 4th one. So what do we need? We need some tape that's gluey, or not gluey, but brown.
This one my mama typed up for me.
Ooh, it's kind of like when I went through mine the other day and realized that Dad's handwriting, Mom's handwriting,
Yeah,
it's all in there.
That's just cool. It's like, okay, I never use these, but they still mean something.
Mm-hmm.
Caramel peanut balls.
Oh.
That sounds a little too good.
Uh-huh. I had cherries. That was, the extent. I bought cherries when I was in the grocery store the other day. Can you say ouch?
Yes, because I bought cherries, well, a month ago and it was ouch. So,
Uh-huh. They were good. I mean, they're in good they're it's a lot of times when you want to buy fruit, it's not good. You've got to you know, it's like, oh, that stuff looks so good, but then you look at it and it's not uh in good condition. But this was, and it was like, oh, cherries. Oh, cherries. So, but yeah, I pulled the ball. The ball came off of the original pin I had. But I guess, after a couple of years, it just happens. You gotta replace things every once in a while. So I actually got this set while I was in Branson a year ago. This little thing, it comes with the pin. I was on my trip, so I had to have a pin like now, which is like, oh, great, just what I needed. But it just so happened we went to Branson and I could go to the scrapbook store where Rhonda works.
well, it's a good excuse to get to go in there, huh?
Yeah. If we'd have gone to see Brandon, I would have probably made Jeffrey go back through Branson. Not for anything about Branson, but to go to the scrapbook store.
Yeah.
However, I really want to go back to Houston, and I hate Houston, but I want to go back to go to the art store with Jamie because, man, that art store is fabulous. I went to a couple of art stores while we were in Tucson, and they were nothing like the one that Jamie took me to. And we didn't even get to go to the thrift store art store because it was closed the days that we were going to be there. Okay, so there's that. Now then, how bad is this one? Oh, good, it's not bad.
A bacon appetizer croissants.
Mmm.
Cream
Anything.
cheese, bacon, grated Parmesan cheese, onion,
Okay,
parsley.
you can keep it. You can keep it.
Yeah, that one
That's like
sounds
that
really.
is like that's like saying lima beans, if you ask me. You
So
had
what is
me
it
tell
you
you
don't like
the
that was
Parmesan
on there?
cheese. The Parmesan cheese.
Ah,
I don't like Parmesan cheese.
yeah, I'm
It
not.
I can't get past the smell of it.
Yeah, I'm better about that now than I used to be. Used to be, it just smelled like dirty feet to me.
Oh, it smells worse than that.
But um, my my family loves it, and so I've gotten so used to it, and always like the flavor of it. So
Oh,
I've gotten to
I
where
can't
now I
get it.
like it just fine. It doesn't smell as bad to me. But I
I
think
can't get
that's
it close to my
because,
mouth.
but it's not my
It
favorite cheese.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I can't get it anywhere close to me because it just honestly to me it smells so bad.
Oh, there's my sister-in-law's chicken and dumplings recipe.
Ooh, yum.
Okay, who wrote this? Oh, Darren's mom.
Oh, how fun! Does it say, or do you just recognize it?
It said, well, she writes a letter, and the recipe's in the letter, and then she says, "All our love, Dad and Mom." Well,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not my mom's handwriting, so it has to be hers.
Uh-huh.
Um, and my mom would have said Mom and Dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
busy day hash. Someone else wrote this one for me too, but I don't know who. I just know it's not my handwriting. It's too neat.
You all should smell my tap water right now, just like swamp water. Ooh.
Oh goodness.
Oh. Sorry about that, Becky. I will tell you, when we moved to South Dakota, uh, we were on the well at first. We weren't on the well for long, but we were on the well at first, and it was supposedly potable, but it smelled like rotten eggs so bad that when you took a shower, your hair smelled like rotten eggs. So I bought water for a long time because we just couldn't stand the smell of it. Okay. Mhm.
Oh, here's that chicken and rice recipe I've been looking for.
There
Where you
you
put
go.
bacon on the bottom of a 9 by 13 dish, and then you put
Ooh.
rice on top of that, and chicken and stuff. Okay, I don't eat a lot of rice, but that was really good. I want to make it again.
That might be something you have to share
Yeah,
on like Facebook
the
somewhere.
recipe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that
Okay.
sounds really good. Yeah, sulfur water. That's exact. They say it's from an algae bloom. Ooh. Okay, that one's looking pretty good. We got to shore up this side a little bit. Okay.
Here's an all-purpose cleaner recipe. Not nearly as yummy as the other things.
No, I would think not.
I don't think I ever used it either because I don't like ammonia.
Mm.
But somebody was helping me out by giving it to me. Gringo salad.
Oh, look, I tore it. So now it's a torn piece of
Even better.
okay. Mending with torn tape. Yep, yep. Okay. But we can't leave that on our table, so we're going to have to use it.
Seafood sandwich spread. I think this is a recipe somebody gave me. I want to say my mom, but so
Hmm.
I wrote in use tuna instead because it says use canned shrimp or canned salmon.
Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Okay. Oh, cringe, Becky. Cringe. Nasty.
here's some beer bread, a beer bread recipe. I think this is Darren's mom's handwriting too, but I never made that. Never made that. Back porch bran muffins.
Back porch ones.
That's what it says. Okay.
Okay. So my envelopes for the moment are done, as long as I decide I'm only going to use 4. I have these, and I think they're way too shiny. Yeah, I think they need to be. I wonder, maybe I don't want to use those. Oy, 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 oy. Maybe I should use these.
Okay. Now I got to go through these and write down where I got them if it doesn't already say on there. If I remember. Because some of these were given to me by, by other people, or I wrote down their recipe. Some of them I've got it written on there, some of them I don't. This one says Helen's cherry pie. This is Helen's ice cream. Both of these, I know which Helen it is, but I didn't write that down, and I need to because Hannah knew this lady, but she wouldn't know that that's who this was. Tanya, are you there?
I'm here, hon. Sorry, my sister is messaging me. I'll be back in just a minute.
Okay, that's fine. It just suddenly worried me that
Yeah.
you were
Yep.
gone. And I was talking to myself.
No, I was listening. Sorry, I muted myself so that the ping, it probably will ping again just because I put it up there. We're trying to handle some mom stuff, and she works, so it's not always easy for her to message me. I need to message her back when she does. No, the thing of it is, Teresa, that see what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know. It's just the thing about this is these are, yeah, they're cute, but I have this kind of vintagey thing going with this, and I really kind of want to stick to that vintagey thing. And I could coffee dye them or I could tea dye them, but the nursery rhyme thing is not going to be vintagey. So I'm thinking maybe I want to do something different. So and Jen said, you can't be talking to yourself, Lisa, when they're there. See right here? She said, uh-huh, they're there. So you're talking to them.
Well, Chad hadn't moved either, so
Oh,
so I
okay.
didn't know if they were there either.
Okay, maybe you were the one that was lost then.
That's what
So
I was afraid of. It's exactly what I was afraid of.
Mhm.
Considering the trouble I'd had a minute not too long ago.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's see how many I have. And we will see how many pages I will be doing this way. Oh, I still have to write some of names on some of these. I forgot that's what I was doing. I don't know where that one came from. This says Stacy's roll dough. Stacy was my roommate for one summer back, I don't know, 30 years ago.
And what kind of roll? Oh, rolls like you eat?
Yeah. Yep. It says pour boiling water over shortening, add sugar and salt, blend and cool, add eggs, let yeast stand in cold water for 5 minutes, then add to the mixture. Add sifted flour, blend well, set in refrigerator, make into rolls 1 or 2 hours before baking. Bake 20 minutes at 350. That's a lot more trouble than the recipe that my mom always used, but I remember her making them for me and they were really good, so I wrote it down. Some of these things, I don't know whose recipe they were. This is Mom's recipe. This is Grandma Woody's recipe.
Like Teresa says, it's too bad they didn't sign and date things,
I
but we wouldn't
know.
have. That would take that would just, I'm thinking I might make my own dividers. I'm thinking. I have these, but I don't really like them. I'm thinking I might make my own. I have this fun cardstock that Mom had. How big is this? This would work.
I'm just going to go ahead and write Mom's recipe on here since this is my book. Hannah will know that who I'm talking about. When she gets the book, she'll know.
Those would be something that I would use to make a great granddaughter's a recipe book out of. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, Teresa. Of course, kids don't cook like that anymore. So, for the most part. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this cardstock. This does have the same holes. Yeah. And put some tabs on it. Because I like this vintagey color that Mom had, so. Because they just don't make me happy. It's about making me happy. So I'm going to do that. Then how am I going to, what am I going to put on there for tabs?
Some of these are just recipes I remember liking. I don't remember where I got them from, but some of them.
Your kids do, Teresa? Well, I'm like Lisa in the fact that I just don't use, I just don't ever use recipes. It's just one of those weird things, I guess. Okay, if I use these.
See, a lot of these say shortening.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't know where I got those recipes because my mama and grandma never used shortening. They were like butter people. And
Well, I can remember growing up, my mama had Crisco and lard.
yeah.
Okay, so these are just pages I think I'll stick in. Maybe make some cool pockets on them. Yeah. Maybe with a recipe card. With a recipe card, make a pocket on there. Yeah, it would. It would. I can make a recipe card. Ooh, I can make a recipe card that's stuck off the edge. Ooh, I could make recipe cards for the tags. Hmm. Okay. Okay, first off, let's cut one of these in half. Probably because you use a recipe, so they use a recipe. Well, it's not that I can't use a recipe, I just don't. And part of that is after Brandon, when we found out Brandon couldn't eat anything, I had to learn to cook in a really weird way, so. Okay, I guess I'm going to have the 3-hole punch. Yep. I have to have a 3-hole punch because we need to test things before we do stuff. See, Lisa got all quiet.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember who gave me recipes. This is Mom's recipe. See, some of them I wrote it on there. Lily's never fail fudge. You know, I should have done that on all of them, but I didn't because I just knew I would know. And that one I said Lisa's rice topper, so that's my recipe. I just made it up, I guess, and so.
You made it up.
Those potatoes.
I need the 3-hole punch. Do I have a 3-hole punch? Surely I have a 3-hole punch.
Barbara says, we were on holidays recently and I took the coffee pods from our room. My husband asked why I took them because we don't have that kind of machine. It's for coffee dyeing, dear. I replied, there you go. You paid for them, you might as well take them.
That's right. Oh, I wonder how hard this is going to be. Okay.
See, and here I wrote Mom's cinnamon roll dough. Because I wanted to remember this was the one Mom always used. She used it for cinnamon rolls. She used it for dinner rolls. She used it for pizza dough.
Oh, okay.
Same recipe for all those things. I need to write that on there too.
Yeah, because you never know. You might start cooking again. Okay. You never know.
You never know. And dinner rolls.
Boy, this thing hasn't been moved probably.
But you can tell what was important. It was the cinnamon rolls. That were
the cinnamon rolls. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Oh, figures. Got too far. There we go. Okay. Come on, go back just a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Okay, no. All right.
I can't believe this thing has probably never been moved. And probably never been cleaned either.
Yeah.
Well, it's like sticky right there. Who knows? Okay. Well, that looks like it'll work. This is the same.
Okay. May have to share the cinnamon roll recipe. Okay. Let me find it.
Thank you. You haven't had a nap. Are you going to go take one? In your chair? Okay. The tea fairy even brought me tea, even though he doesn't feel good. Okay. All right, so there's that. Let's see if it fits. It fits. Okay. I could probably punch 2 or 3 of those at a time. So let's see. How many dividers do we want? 8. Because we have 4 envelopes. So we'll put an envelope in every 2 dividers.
I was trying to remember what the other recipe y'all wanted me to share was, besides the
The
cinnamon roll.
bacon, chicken and rice recipe with bacon.
Okay.
Of course, you know I probably won't use the recipe. I'll probably just throw things in, but you know.
Yeah.
Bacon on the bottom with chicken and rice. Yeah. Okay.
Basically, let me just tell you right now, basically what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Place a layer of bacon on the bottom of a 9x13 baking dish. Cover with 1 1/4 cup uncooked rice.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle generously with seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
Place a layer of raw chicken breast and add more seasonal. Combine 1 can of mushroom soup and enough water to make 2 cups of liquid. Pour over the chicken. Cover with foil and cook at 350 for 1 1/4 hours or 325 for 1 1/2 to 1 3/4 hours. But I can tell you right now that I added more broth and soup because the rice did not cook all the way, but I don't remember how much more I used. I may have used double, you know.
Yeah, I always just put rice is supposed to be whatever rice you put in there, you double the amount of liquid, but it's never worked for me in my chicken and rice recipe. And that's basically how I make chicken and rice without the bacon on the bottom, but the bacon on the bottom sounds yummy. So, and I like more creamy stuff, so I would use a couple of cans of soup. But you're right. I've always had to add extra water.
Yeah, and I think that I just did 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, and then I went ahead and did enough to make 4 cups of liquid.
Yeah.
Because 2 cups of liquid would not be enough for 1 1/4 cup uncooked rice. No. But this is the recipe that she gave me.
Yeah.
So she probably tweaked it too and didn't remember that. You know, you get a recipe and you start using it. When somebody asks for it, you tell them, "Oh, here's that recipe." You know, go write it down, and you don't think to tell them the things you changed.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, you don't realize until it comes out too dry that didn't have enough, or that might have been your recipe and you wrote it's in your book, but when you go to make it, then you go, that's not enough water.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But anyway, now then I'm going to count them and see how many I have. I don't have 80, and that's fine because I don't have to have a recipe on every page. But I have more than 40, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm going to have to sit and ink all of these. You know that, right? Because I'm going to have to ink all of them. But I have a plan. I think maybe that will work. We're going to try it anyways. We're going to see. That's vintage photo ink in a bottle for putting on your, to re-ink your pad. It's a re-inker. That was spray water.
Okay, so there's 10, 20, 30, 40.
Oh, I didn't think to get out any things to lay these out on.
50. 58 recipes. But I just thought of one more that I know where it is. It's written in the back of a cookbook, and I'm going to go get it.
Okay.
Actually, there may be 2 in that cookbook. So.
Okay. What I did was, as I put that on the thing, and I put water in it, and now I'm just letting it soak into my pages. We'll pull them apart in a minute when I get something out to lay them on.
I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. But I was too lazy to sit and ink every last one of those pages. I'm just not, and it's all right because I like it's supposed to be grungy, so that's fine. Okay, but I have to get out something to lay those out on because, quite frankly, they're going to take a few minutes to dry. Okay. Okay, let's see here. That looks pretty good. That came out. Oh, and it's going to be good on the back. It kind of grew on the back. Yep. Oh, that's not going to work, Tanya. You're going to have to lay it out nice and neat. Got to get a little splotchy on there. Okay, got a little much on that one. Okay, that worked pretty good. Oh yeah. That works good. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay, now then, we better pick this up. Okay. That looks pretty cool. This may be what I use for the tabs. Guys, just as a reminder, if you're getting, if you get friend requests from me over on Facebook today, it was not me, and please go in and use the report button and report whoever it is that's doing it, so that maybe we can get them stopped. All right, now we got to figure out how we're going to make a tab. What do we want to do to make a tab? I am just experimenting. I have a I have one of those punches, the big punches from Creative Memories. No, not Creative Memories. We Are Memory Keepers. I think that's what it is. Anyways, I have one of them that I can make tabs with, but I'm just kind of experimenting to see what other options that I can make a tab with. I think I have a better punch for that. Oh, don't I? That's a stub punch, yes. Because that's going to be pretty thick. Open all the way. I like that. And that way I can make my tabs. Okay. Hi, Riri. It's probably true. Okay, I think I want to make this into my tabs since I built stuff on it and everything. So we're going to cut it into some 2-inch strips. Okay. I only need 8 tabs. That's enough. I'll wait until oh, um, I do this all the time, and I don't know if I've ever shown y'all this. Okay. This is just a little stylus thing. What do we call those? Embossing stylus. It's got a little tiny ball on the end of it. I could use my paper folder thing, but this works real well. But I'm being lazy and not getting out my my big board that has the the thing to fold stuff with. What do we call that board? All right, my brain has gotten very slushy, I guess. Anyways, where you want to fold things. We're making a cookbook themed journal. Is what we're making, and for some unknown reason that cut was not straight. The fold is nice and straight. A scoreboard. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Teresa. Scoreboard. Okay, because I'm lazy and I don't like getting it out, I just use my cutter thing as my scoreboard, and I just run this down where the cutting blade goes, and that way
Hi, Riri.
I am not having to get my big scoreboard out for just a couple of little things.
Well, I found another recipe, but I could not find my the recipe I was looking for, which was my grandma's hot dill pickles.
Ooh.
I found part of the recipe, but part of it was gone. It was like I had written it down on 2 Post-it notes.
Uh-oh.
And so I'm going to have to get it from my mom and write it down again and stick it in here. But
yeah. Okay, so because I boo-booed and that's not straight, I'm just going to cut it again and make it a little narrower, which is all right. Because, I can. Yeah, that will be fine. So now it's 7/8 of an inch wide instead of an inch wide. It's not a big deal.
I guess these don't have to be.
Okay. There. Done.
Done.
I can make tabs. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori. Okay, well, I haven't got much done. I've got a bunch of recipes. That's something.
I haven't got much done either, but you should see what my divider pages look like. You went in the house and didn't see me do it. Looky.
Oh, I love it.
I put walnut ink or vintage photo, I think it was, on the table and sprayed water into it, and then just took the whole pile of them and let it soak it up in there.
Oh, I love that. I may have to do that to my cards.
Doing it
well,
to
this
the cards
is still, that ink is still completely wet. I mean, the gold has dried, but the ink, the sprayed stuff has not.
Well, it will eventually.
I hope.
Luckily, you don't need it today.
Yeah, that's true. But if it doesn't, I don't know what I'll do. I was thinking about just putting a paper towel on top and blotting it straight down.
Yeah. Well, that would probably work.
Well, if it doesn't dry by tomorrow, I'll do that, but I'm not going to worry about it
Barbara
today.
says, how strange. I turned off my sound and I couldn't hear y'all.
Well,
Too
that
funny.
happens, all right.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
I guess I'll do that later while I'm watching TV or something. I was going to say I need to maybe divide these into categories.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I doubt that's I may just do them as I want to, and then just make an index of where what is.
Barbara says it will dry eventually.
Okay, I'm gonna have faith.
Well, I can't believe you have enough humidity in the air to have things not dry, but you know.
Oh, I don't think we have that much humidity. I think it just doesn't like to dry onto things that are
that shiny
plastic.
paper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hate to say this, but this journal's going to take a while. Uh-huh.
Well, I'm sitting here going, okay, it's already 4:00.
I know. And the thing of it is that, you know, not having a complete plan, it's kind of like our fairy journal. When you don't know exactly what you're going to do in the beginning, you kind of have to think it through a little at a time.
Yeah. Okay, well, I have a pumpkin pie recipe, so that might be good to use for that one.
Oh, that makes a perfect tab.
Oh, yeah.
And I can glue them to my little divider pages.
Okay, we're just going to start with that. And this. And
that's crooked.
Glue it on there and then decide what to do after that.
Barbara's been fussy cutting old calendar and making envelopes from it. Yay!
Yeah, that's great.
I'm
trying to decide, do I want everything to start, you know, on the other side of my holes?
Oh.
Because these holes are quite a bit bigger than my hole punch.
Yeah.
And I mean, we know I'm making it on these, so I don't see why it hurts to and I may go ahead and just leave the tabs too.
Yeah, I like the tabs.
And the tabs are not going to coordinate with what's on the page.
There you go.
Okay. Decision made?
I just wish that they would make these corner punches where the stuff came out of the middle of them. Because they don't. And then you have to futz around trying to get it to come out. And then it spills all over the floor.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa. I hope we haven't missed anybody coming in because I haven't paid very good attention today. Sorry, guys. Ugh. I didn't make it too many go on the floor. But it's not empty yet. And you know what will happen is if I put it in my drawer without emptying it out, what will happen is they will be all over inside the drawer. Because that is how it would work.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to stay neat. Doesn't necessarily mean that I am, but I'm trying to stay neat. Okay, I can't glue those to the pages because they're all wet. So let's move this all out of the way. And I think that what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to cover it with all of these old recipes from this book. I just think if I take this, let me see what it looks like. Okay.
This prune cake recipe is what my mom always made instead of making a fruit cake.
Ooh.
Oh, it is so good. It is so good.
And you haven't made it, see? Uh-huh.
I haven't made it I've made it, I used to make it, but I haven't made it in a long time. I'll give y'all that one too when I put stuff in the group, but it's really, really, it's very moist and very yummy. And, you know, I can remember that was the only prunes I ever ate.
Probably,
was in this prune cake, you know. But she made that, used to make that every Christmas. She hasn't made it in a long time. These monster cookies, I don't think I wrote this on there. This was Arlene's recipe. Oh, I said Mom's recipe because I remember her making it, but it really wasn't her recipe. I got it from someone that I worked with.
Ah, okay. All right. I think this is how it's, you know, I'm going to just do it like that. Oops, wait. You can't see it very well.
Over the top of your book?
Yeah, that's my book.
That.
And I'm just, and I might have to, you know, put another piece on there or something, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So that means I need to sand this puppy. And here is my special sandy paper thing.
Okay. There's also a recipe. My mom makes 2 cookie recipes, applesauce cookies and ranger cookies. That are both yummy. I'll give you all those too while I'm doing it here.
Okay.
If I can
Teresa
find
has
the
a
ranger
question.
recipe.
Teresa has a question for you. It says, do you have original 7-minute frosting?
If I do, it's probably in a recipe book because that's not something that that we ever use. I know of it. But it's not something that we used. Okay, I want to find those while I'm thinking about it. The Ranger cookies, because they're my favorite cookie now. The Ranger cookies and applesauce cookies are my favorite cookies, but I like the Ranger cookies even better than applesauce cookies now, which wasn't the case most of the time when I was growing up.
What are Ranger cookies? Since I don't know.
I will tell you, and I don't know why they're called that.
Okay.
Okay. Back when Mom got the recipe, it said to use shortening, but we don't use shortening. We use butter. So I'm going to change that. Okay. It says cream together 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of butter. Add 2 eggs and 1 teaspoon vanilla and mix good. Mix together and then add 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. Add mixing constantly, 2 cups of corn flakes, 2 cups of oatmeal, and that's oats, the quick oats. It just says oatmeal, but they're the quick oats. And raisins.
So basically, it's raisin. That's interesting. But it's got cornflakes in it.
Cornflakes and oats and raisins. And she has made it with chocolate chips. But I
I
like
would
it
think.
better without the chocolate chips.
Well, you could put, other kinds of dried fruit in it. You
Yeah,
could.
anything you want.
It's a very basic recipe that
But it's yummy. Okay. But right now, I'm working on this. The problem is, my recipes are huge.
And
And most of them are like this. So I'm wondering if what I should do is put pockets on all these pages and
so that
just
you can
slide
tuck
my
them in.
recipes in the pockets.
Yeah. Well, not only that, okay, if you do want to use that, I find it very difficult to use a book on the counter.
Yeah, me too. Riri says oatmeal cornflake cookies.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. Oatmeal cornflake cookies. Okay, so boy, is that thing
I think
slick.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to make pockets and decorate the page and the pocket, and then I'm just going to slide the recipe in there that I want.
The recipe in there.
Okay.
This is very, very slippery.
Very, very.
Very, very slippery.
Very, very.
And sanding it, yes, it's taking some of it off, but it was designed to last a while.
Okay. I think what I want to do, I've got to decide what I'm going to make my pockets out of.
Yeah.
And I want to make them as big as I can because that's pretty wide.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing that you could do, and that is make your pocket go all the way across the bottom and just punch a hole, the couple of holes you need to in the pocket on the side where the holes are.
That's true. But I think nothing is probably wider than
bigger
this.
than the 4x6, so you should be all right to get it. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna find some of these that I can use to make my pockets.
There you go. Okay.
Some of them. Okay. Actually,
I have made a really big mess today. Really big. Yeah, that would work. And that'd be really cute. Are you going to put your image that you had originally, the magazine page image that you, yeah. Go ahead and put that up there. There. And then put your pocket over it. Do you like that? And then your card would tuck into it. Or were you thinking about actually putting the recipe for the pie there?
Well, I was actually thinking I was just going to make a bunch of pockets today, and then I could decorate up here and the pockets.
Oh, okay.
And stick whatever recipe I want to in that decorated page.
In that, I see what you're saying. Okay. Well, that works.
So I think I'm kind of changing what I started to do into a new plan.
Okay. Well, as long as you got a plan.
Yeah. And that way, because I want it to be obvious this is what it is. I don't want to completely cover this up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so if I just do a little collage up here
Yes.
of
Mm-hmm.
things, or maybe, whatever. Anyway, that's kind of my thought at the moment. Now, this would be one I could do like that and then repunch the holes.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it is kind of big, and your other recipe is going to hide behind it. Hun, what time do you have to go to get Hannah?
I need to leave in about 10 minutes at the most. I mean,
That's what I thought.
The longest I can stay is 10 more minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine because I'm going to have a mess here, so.
Okay. I'm trying to see which ones I like the best. I want the most vintagey ones, I think. Microwave cookies from Verna Griffith.
Ooh, microwave cookies.
See, she says half package of almond bark, 1 cup Rice Krispies, 1 cup Captain Crunch, 1 cup nuts. Melt almond bark in the microwave, stir well. Add Rice Krispies, Captain Crunch, and nuts. Stir until well coated. Drop on wax paper. You get about 24 cookies.
Okay. Sounds yummy.
It does. I don't know who Verna Griffith is, but it might be fun to use the card anyway.
Uh-huh. What was I going to say to you? I forgot. I guess it's not important. Oh, well. I have no idea. Don't forget, guys, we'll be on Lisa's channel next Thursday. Could somebody put Lisa's channel in there just in case that there's somebody here that's not been on Lisa's channel before? I would hate for them not to know where to find her.
Teresa says I could make fold around pockets.
Well, yeah.
That is true.
I imagine this is going to crack, just so you guys know. I imagine that when
you need to.
Oh, okay.
We can't see what's going to crack if you.
Okay. Bye, Journey.
Bye, Journey.
This paper is this in? It is on Rick's thing. This book pages are very dry and brittle, so I imagine it's going to crack, which is not a big deal to me. I'm aware it's going to happen. I will deal with it when it does. Part of that is the fact that it doesn't bother me because I'm going to make it kind of vintagey anyways.
Thanks, Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara. So,
oops.
My big thing is I'd kind of like it not to be too wrinkly in the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's, hard to do sometimes. So, the other thing is I might lay over top of this some other recipes that are just cut out individually so that it kind of just looks like recipes were kind of laid out on top of it. This Mod Podge is actually a little thick today. And guys, I'll tell you a secret about the putting stuff on the outside of a book like this. If you bend it when it's drying, it helps it not to crack. It doesn't make it stop completely, but it does help it. So what I will do is after I get this all on here, I will, let me show you. I'll find a box or something and I will hang it like that so that it bends. I lifted it up and it's hanging down. I don't think you can see it. Just a minute. Hi, Vanessa. Okay. Like that. I'll let it hang down like so. And that way it's bent right there. It just helps it a little bit. It's still going to crack.
But it typically does better.
It does better. Yes, it does better. And I think I've missed some little corners, but that's okay too.
Okay, I think I will probably find some more recipes that are, mom's recipes or my sister's recipes or something that have memories attached that I can stick in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a pocket on every page.
On every page.
Yeah. And,
and
at least
the other thing is then you've got it prepared, and as you find them, you can add them.
Right.
Okay. How does this
These
piece
are just
go?
index cards, but I may end up using some of them too because they're old index cards.
Okay.
But I'm going to see here how many of these I have.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Excuse me. Okay. I've got ink all over myself today. And like I said, this mix is a little thick, so I'm just trying to forcibly thin it out on the. I don't know why I'm doing that. There's no reason why I can't add a little water to it. Jeez, Tanya. Really intelligent. Okay, that's, Okay. Way better. And I'm not even going to try today to bend those papers around the edges of this book. There's just not any reason to fight with that. I will let it get dry. And then I'll do that part. So okay. No. The water needs to stay in the Mod Podge. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking I want to coffee dye these or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not going to put any on the pages right now. Now, I don't know about these.
Well, that's all right because we probably have to get off anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
now I got to find something
all of these
to
that are more white,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to coffee dye. And these. I think I'll just do them all because even these would look different because they weren't. I mean, the coffee dyeing will just give them a uniformity. So
Yeah.
now these are. I may not use these. They're very glossy and about twice as thick as the rest of these. So I think I'm just going to use 10 more of these.
Okay. Yeah, Barbara's saying to pay attention to your time. We don't want you to be late to get Miss Hannah. Of course, she knows how to wait on her mama.
Well, yeah, I try not to be late though because the other lady she works with
wants to go home too.
And she wants to go home, and I don't want her to have to wait.
Yeah.
Anyway, between now and next week, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And then I may even collage on these little pockets. I don't know. Why not?
Well, I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I had to move this. I'm going to have to go find. I have a box on the other side of the room to hang my notebook over the top of. So that's what I'll be doing. So anyways, guys, we're going to go. Remember next Thursday's on Lisa's channel, 2:00. I'll see you Sunday at 1. Lisa will see you Monday at 6. And I can't think of anything else. Probably there's a million things, but we're going to go. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Love you all.
Love you all.